this because it might take a little bit tonight. I have a big project going for you all. I kind of have a whole lot going on this little wreath board. So we are using this small flower board tonight, you guys. And I'm going to get my little cheat sheet out here, what I got going on. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is show you the back of the board and explain to you how I loaded it. And then we'll get on to what we're going to do with it. Hey everybody, how are you? So again, the small wreath board. So we're going to be using rows 1, 2, and 3. And here's one, right? Row 1, all of the here, right? Big. We're doing only the wide ones, the big ones. Does that make sense? Right? That's what we're doing on row 2. Row 3 is shared. So if anybody wants a screenshot of that. Now you guys, Facebook's being really bad today, and I can see it's being really bad already here. So I'm going to cross my fingers and try to get through this today. If not, I'm going to just keep going no matter what happens here. So we'll have to see what's going on. I just think it'll be easier for me in the long run to preload this, okay? So I'm going to set that aside and tell you what else we're going to need. We are going to need, I'm using 4 different kinds of mesh. Now in the description, you can see all of the mesh that I use in the description, okay? So I'm going to use a roll, and by the way, you're only going to need a roll of each of these, of orange. You're going to need a roll of this fresh green. You're going to need a roll of this fuchsia. And you're also going to need a roll of yellow. Now, I have this yellow that I used, but I ran out, right? I ran out most of the way through. But if you're going to start this from the beginning, get a full roll of this yellow. So I'm pinch hitting with a little bit of this yellow and white right through here, but I would just get the full roll of the regular yellow. So I've got 4 rolls of poly burlap 10 by 10, okay? That's what you need to do for those. You're also going to need a roll of some sort of cheapy mesh, okay? By that I mean like a value mesh or a mesh that mesh listed in the description, so you can use the value mesh on that. And also the fun, we are going to be using a tablecloth today, right? We're going to be using a tablecloth today. This isn't that pretty? It's a plastic tablecloth from the Dollar Tree. It looks like this. You guys, come out right on YouTube, I don't know. This is what it looks like. This is what it comes in. Hey there, Alicia, how are you? Right? And this is a rectangle tablecloth. You're going to need 3 of these tablecloths, 3 of them. And this is 54 inches by 108 inches. That's what this is. And this is what's going to make that project so much fun, you guys. How I did this tablecloth. So it comes kind of folded like this, which is really great. It's super great to work with because it's line this up, right? I got this band here, this band right here. We're going to just line this top part up on something, right? I'm trying to make it even. This here is a folded side. edge. And so we're going to line these up, put this on 0, and we are going to cut this 10 inches, okay? So and Dia Marie, and then we're going to be using one of these are for fabric, right? It's a fabric cutter, if you will, a fabric ruler. So I'm going to line this and put this on the 10, and we're going to cut cutter. All right, so I'm going to hold right onto that and then cut up 10 inches because we want these 10 pieces per cut, right? 2 per cut. And then what you can do, cut my 10 inches up on this one right here. Hello, how are you? And I'm going to take the top part, these selvage, to the side, over to my edge here. Actually, what I'm going to do is ten inches this way. So we've got 10 inches this way. We need 10 inches this way. So I'm going to grab back my ruler, put this on here. So since this is on 18, right? Since this is on 18, I need to go down to 8 because that would be 10 inches, okay? So you're going to try to square this up in all directions the best you can. It doesn't cut evenly, you guys, but that's okay. This is a very forgiving project, okay? So it's on the 18. I'm going to go down to the 8, and we're going to cut this end off, right? And the reason that we're cutting this end off is because it's that end. So we're going to cut this down to 8 inches, 10 inches, 18. This I'm just going to throw away. I'm just going to throw that part away. When you do these, you're going to get 2 pieces that have the print on them. So there's 2 pieces here that have the print, right? It does come, hi Carrie, it comes with these 2 plain pieces that you could probably match up and use, but that and I'm going to use these pieces that I have here as an each single piece, okay? So what you're going to do when you cut it, then you're going to separate these out, okay? You're going to need a total of 48 petals, 48 of these, okay? And there's 4 colors, so that's 12 of each of the colors I'm going to use. Discard this one, right? Discard that. So I'm going to put those aside for now. So each petal is going to be comprised of 3 different layers. This is like obviously paper thin. It is it's a tablecloth, right? So it's paper thin. So we need to boost up this petal, right, with another layer. So there's going to be 3 layers per petal, right? So what you're going to want to do now is get your cheapy piece of mesh out, which is, I have listed in there a value mesh. I just pulled out whatever I had. That very, very popular daisy chain petal, okay? So we're just here together, fold this back down like that. Hello, Mary, hi. And then fold this down one more time, right? And I'm going to clip this in 3 spots. I'm going to clip this. Okay, so what I did for this these first, so get all of these 48 ones done. Clips, however many you have. So I did all of these, and then I did the poly burlap. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 of these right now because we have 4 of these. Bottom to the top, mush it down, top almost to the bottom. I leave about a ½ inch or so there. I'm going to clip it here. I'm going to clip it here, and I'm going to clip it here. With this, its strength. Okay? So let's do 2 more of those. We're going to be building these petals, right? And this is the first step to building them. Hi, Diane and Liz. Hi, everybody. So 10 by 10. Fold it over one more time and clip. Super, super cool project when I'm done, you guys. I pulled out all the stops for this one. So stick with me to the end if you can. I know this is being poopy. I know for this, what's going to make it super, super cool. This was just a really fun. I loved all the summer things that were on the tablecloth. Okay, so there's 4 of those. So back to the tablecloth again, you guys. This says, it says chill out right here. Chill out. See all the beautiful flowers, the birds, the drinks, the hello summer, the bags, the lawn chairs, the ice creams. This is all really, really fun stuff. So that I think is going to be super, super cool. So we've got these done. We've got these done. And the only thing we have left now is our poly burlap. So before I get into the poly burlap, I'm going to make these guys just like I did these. I'm going to make this. And it doesn't matter which way you turn this, okay? It's going to work any way that you turn this, okay? So right now it's bottom side up. I'm just going to flip this up like that. Over. Now the good thing about these tablecloths here, hey there, how are you, Laura, is these are staticky. Can you guys see that these are staticky? Look at, they kind of just sit right down and they hug my mat, which is very helpful. So this is a flimsy tablecloth. So this is where our reinforcement comes in. We have this value mesh here. I'm going to line this value mesh up right over this. So this is my finished edge here. Make the distance about the same here on these sides. And then I'm just going to hold it down. I'm going to take off all of my clips. Line up this edge. I'm going to line up this edge right here. Not these edges, but this edge, okay? So we're going to take it and fold it over, lining up these edges right here. We're going to pinch it right here. Need this tail, okay? We are making a pretty flower. It's going to be a summer flower, but it's really going to be super cool. I have a ton of a ton of petals on this flower, you guys. You're going to like this. So that's what we did to reinforce, right? We had to reinforce this tablecloth, this plastic tablecloth. So we put our cheapie of them. Same thing with this, right? You can put it down in any direction. Just fold that side up to a triangle. Bring the top down to the bottom. Like that. Take one of these guys that we just made. Make sure that this finished edge lines up with facing in the top direction. Take these guys off, and then we're just going to pull this over and we're going to line up that plastic. Line up, these are lined up. That's kind of what I want. And then we're just going to and then you're going to want to make sure that you have your rubber bands out, right? We got to have our rubber bands. And that's just like that. All right, we got one more to do, and then we'll get to wrapping the next layer of these. Alrighty? Oh, I got two more to do. We're doing 4 of these. I don't have to do 4. I'll just do one more. I'll just do one more, and then we'll show you the rest of it. All right. And flip it over. Line the plastic up, and then we're just going to crunch that out. Okay. And get a rubber band. So that's how I did all of these. Now the very last step to these, you guys, is we now need our mesh, right? Thing here, you're going to make a petal out of each one of your colors. All right, a petal out of each one of your colors. You can choose as many colors as you want. I chose 4. You can do 2, you can do 1, you can do as many as you want. I chose 4 because it kind of evens out around the board really well. And then what I do is I pick the side that I want to show, right? Just pick the side that you want to show. I kind of like this one right now. There's that side or there's that side. You pick what you like. So I kind of like that side. So I'm going to take this middle thing out of here. I'm just going to kind of hug this around and line these edges up as I go around. Just like that. See how I've lined these edges up here? And then I'm going to grab it, take and then grab your rubber band and rubber band it. And that's how I did all of these petals, and you're going to need 48 of them. All right? So that's how that worked right there. All right, I don't think we need to do all these right now because I have all the petals made. So I'm just going to put this aside, and we're going to start loading our board right now, okay? So let's move this stuff out of the way. All right, so we're on row 1 right now, and row 1 is every regular hole on row 1. All righty? So, and I have a pattern. I'm going to start with orange. I'm going to start at the top of the board. So let me find where my top is, which is right here. This is the top of my board. I'm going to start right here with orange. I'm going to do orange, pink, and green. So I'm just going to slide this in here and then grab these guys. All right, now, I know with this small board we usually doing that today. I'm going to let them hang all out there, and then we're going to fill the rest of it in, okay? So I'm going to do orange and then pink. right? And then just make sure, so this is the top part with this rounded finished edge. That's the underneath right there. We want the top part to show. I'm going to put that right in like that. And as I put these in, I want to make sure that these guys are about the same at the top here, okay? About the same at the top. And if they're not, I'm going to pull them down in a little more and make the adjustment that I need, okay? And now we're going to do green. So look how pretty this green is. So that's the tablecloth right there, the plastic tablecloth. And that's what's going in here. So isn't that kind of cool? So you guys can be really creative and go get, you can even use the felt tablecloths if you want. I think sometimes there's felt paperback tablecloths. Hi from Arkansas. And there's a yellow with the pretty sunshine shining there. And you can be really creative with the pattern that you get. Like I said, this one came from Dollar Tree. All right. So now I've got orange, pink, green, and yellow. And that's going to go all the way around. So we're going back to orange. And I would advise you to load your board ahead of time. I think it's going to be a lot easier. And once you get all your petals made, you can just boom, 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 just stick them on right in here. All right, let me see. Right, Tina, aren't these kind of cool for a tablecloth? Do you guys know how many tablecloths there are plastic out there these days? A million colors and patterns to choose from. I just love this because it was so summery. It makes me think of a picnic, makes me think of the beach, makes me think of all of that. So that's why I pick this part. Right? Super cool. So now I've got the green coming on in here, and we're just going to load like wild people tonight, okay? We're going to load these in like wild people, and I'm going to get these going for you, and then I'm going to show you what a cool center I have going on for this, you guys. A super great center for this, so make sure you stay tuned to see what I got up my sleeve for this. How's everybody doing? Let's see if I can look at you guys and see if you have any questions. Yellow, so now we're going on to the orange. So we've got orange coming up next. And again, there's 48 petals, a total of 12 of each of the 4 colors. All right, I got 12 of each of these 4 colors going in here. There's 16 petals on row 1. There's 16 petals on row 2. There's 16 petals on row 3 and nothing on row 4. And the reason that I decided to do this small board and use row 1 is because of the center that I'm using. Normally we start these off on row 2 and then do row 3 and then maybe row 4 and we have a smaller center. But I'm going to do a big center in the middle of this because it's going to need it. Once you see how big this is going to need all of the center that I can give it, okay? And you'll see why. Any questions? I'm looking at your thingies right now. While I'm loading this, you guys, I can answer questions while I'm loading this. If you would like, if anybody has any questions. I went through kind of quickly, but I don't want to keep you guys too long on this. And I want you to see the end. I know this is the boringest part, trying to see this part get done, but you know, we gotta do it. We gotta make all of our petals and make sure everything's beautiful and all that type of thing. So I'm just looking to make sure these are pretty much, this looks a little out of place, that these are pretty much in order around there. Now when I was messing with this earlier, I didn't like preload my board, and it was a mistake. I had a hard time getting all of these in here as I was building it. So that's why I say preload your board. I think it'll be a lot easier for you. All right, but look how cute these are. Hello, Summer. Hello, Summer. Right? Somebody's going to look at this wreath and go, whoa. Somebody likes summer on their door, right? Yeah, okay, so here we are all the way around, right? Here we are all the way around. Row 1, that's row 1, every regular hole on row 1. All right, so now I'm going to get my zip tie gun out and I'm going to go to town and zip these guys right down through. All right, So let's get these out of here. Hi, Tina. Good to see you too. And you guys, when you make your petals, make sure you have a little garbage thing next to your little garbage pail because you are going to need it. By the time you get done snipping all these guys off, all of the garbage that you can find here. Just a word to the wisdom as I build it. I'm like, I got to tell them that. I got to tell them that to make this easier for you. Right? Now, the toughest part is making, you're kind of making, you know, well over, you're making about almost 150 petals. By the time you get done with all 3 petals, because each petal's got 3 layers, right? You're making a 3-layered petal. All right, so row number 1 is done. That's what the back looks like on row number 1. All right, there you go. Now we're going to go on to row number 2. Row number 2 is all of the big sections are loaded. So what I mean by the big sections, right here, big section, right here, big section, right? None of these regular holes are used normally, just 2, 2, 2, and so on. That's how I did that, okay? Alrighty, so let's get going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stagger my colors now, okay? Because I don't want the orange to line up with the orange and the pink to line up with the pink. I'm going to stagger these, okay? Hi, Linda, thank you. So I started at the top, which is right here, with this orange. But as you can see, here's the top. I started with this orange. So I'm going to see what color I want to start with now to stagger this out. So I think I'm going to start with maybe the green. Let's start with green here now. So I'm going to start with green on row 2, kind of right up in here, most anywhere. I'm starting between the yellow and the orange is going to be the green. And now I have to decide how far do I want this down from these guys, right? This one looks a little bit up there. Right? How far down? And I want it kind of far because I want to be able to see these really well. So I'm going to kind of bring that down pretty good there. Oops, backwards. Yeah, that looks about right. That looks about good. So I'm going to go with the green. And then I'm going to come in with the yellow. And I'm going to make this row line up with each other, right? So we want to make sure we have our rows lined up correctly. So I'm going to go green, yellow, orange, and pink. Just so I can stagger these, right? Just to stagger them. Here's orange. And now the pink. I call it pink. It's fuchsia. Look how cute that is. Sweet deal, right? Love this. Sweet deal. Line these guys up properly so that our rows all line up nicely, right? All right, so now we're back to the green. And you can see how fast this goes once you get all your stuff made, right? So it took me, I did some and then came back to it, did some, then came back to it, you know, because you'll need a little break once you're doing all this. And then our yellow. Okay. This is the small board, right? Isn't it a fun idea? So I want you guys to go out and find yourself some really fun tablecloths and let me see what you're going to do with it. Really fun tablecloths. All right, now we're back with the orange. Because it's endless. And I don't know if you all remember, I think at Christmas time, I had bought a felt one back years ago. And you know how they used to have that felt back on it? You can use the felt back one, and then you wouldn't need that extra layer, right? You wouldn't need that extra layer of this because the felt would be thick enough so that you didn't need an extra, something extra to secure it with, right? All right, orange and then pink. I don't know if they don't make them anymore or I just haven't looked hard enough or whatever. But that would be fun to do, is to make the felt one. Just make sure you get a rectangle one for the ease of cutting it, right? For the ease of cutting it, you're gonna want a rectangle one. Now, don't worry. You can see that this has some creases in it. You guys, don't worry about the creases. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna matter, because I see a crease in here, but it's okay, right? It's okay that there's a crease in there. It's a picnic, it's summer, it's a tablecloth, right? So you're gonna give yourself a little bit of leeway while you do this, so you're not like, oh my goodness, it's gotta be perfect. There's a wrinkle in it, and we can't have that. So no, don't think about that. Don't worry about that. All right, coming on in here, round and round and round we go. Right, look how good this is looking. You guys, this excites me terribly, because this is perfect for those of you like me that live in this warm climate. Even if you're like have a beach house or something and you want this out on your back patio next to your pool, it's gonna be perfect, just perfect. Okay, and now we're gonna do a pink. And we're coming around the home stretch here. We're coming around the home stretch. All right, and then we need a green. You can adjust these as you go if you need to. Dollar Tree tablecloth. Yes, the tablecloth is from Dollar Tree. You'll need 3 of them. You need 3 of these tablecloths to make this particular design. If you want to start on row 2 and do row 2 and row 3, you'll only need 2. But if you're going to start from the outside with all these petals, then you're going to need 3 tablecloths, okay? And I learned that the hard way. You guys, I started with 1 tablecloth, and I was going to do just row 2 and 3, and I said, nope, it's not spectacular enough. I'm going for the whole enchilada on here. And so I went and I bought another tablecloth, and then I got down to almost the end and I was lacking 4 pieces. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went back and I got a 3rd tablecloth. But you will only need one of each of these colors of rows of poly burlap, right? Just 1 yellow, 1 orange, 1 pink, and 1 green. That's all you'll need. You won't need any more than 1 roll of each of these colors, okay? So don't panic. All right, here's that. Okay, and now we've got pink. Remember, as I put them in here, I'm trying to get these all about the same around there. Okay, and then we've got, oh, we're in, oh, we're done, we did it. We've got this row done, woohoo! 10 by 10, all of the squares are 10 by 10. Yep, this is 10 by 10. Our cheapy inside mesh is 10 by 10, and our poly burlap is 10 by 10. Everything's 10 by 10. And it's very forgiving, you guys. This stuff is very forgiving. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight or anything. It works out really, really well. So, all right, let's cut these. Well, let me see. Let me see if I'm happy with this. They all look really good. So I'm going to cut this down now. We can cut all of these off with our stuff here. Look how happy this is. I like it because it's so dang happy. And you guys, the center on this is going to be super simple, but super effective, all right? Super simple and super effective. And all of the stuff that I used on this, you guys, is in the description on this page. And most all of it, all of your mesh and all the other stuff can be found at Unique in the Creek. And if you wouldn't mind using my affiliate link, that would be perfect. It should be on there. I think I posted it on there, and Tina's probably got it on there too. If you like what I'm doing for you tonight, go ahead and grab my affiliate link and go get all the supplies you need except for your tablecloths. But everything else can be found at Unique in the Creek. So if you want to go do that, that'd be super awesome. And make sure you post these on the page so I can see what you did with this idea with the tablecloths, okay? So here we go. Here's row number 1, row number 2. We're going in on row number 3, which is going to be our last row. Our last row is row number 3. So let's get that on in there, and I'm going to stagger them yet again, right? So nothing lines up. So let me see the top. Where's my top again? I like to kind of start at the top. You don't have to, but here's my top right here. So I'm coming back down in here, right, with a color. So let's see. Let's come in here with a pink. Let's come in here with the pink, which I think is going to be super good. So let's do that. And I want to make sure I pull them down enough so you can see these. I want about the equal distance there, okay? Thank you, Tina. Thank you. All right, this is the last row on this, and I've got that down so you can see the wonderful things on here. So let's go pink, and then let's see, the orange is going to have to probably be over here. Let's do maybe let's see what color I'm going to need, okay? Let me just see what color I'm going to need, and then we'll make one more for everybody that didn't get it, all right? All right, so and now I'm going to do yellow. Now, like I said, remember you guys, I said that we used this yellow and I ran out. So I had this one whole roll of this variegated yellow that I'm going to use on the inside, okay? But you can get a whole roll. I just didn't realize I didn't have enough yellow. So you can get a whole roll of the yellow from Lori when you get your supplies, okay? And now we're going to come in with the orange, I guess. Well, let's see. I'm going to put that orange over here because I kind of like it over here. I like the orange next to the pink. I just kind of like that. I think it is nice. No, I'd have to go over there anyways. Whatever. Oops, wrong side. So I want these all to line up. Okay. So I still got to go orange over here. I guess it didn't matter much, did it? Not really. This is our third and final row. Third and final. Orange, pink. I got it, don't I? You bet I do. You bet I do. This is going to be so fun. You guys, I'm so excited for the center. Oh, the center is going to be so whimsical. I'm sorry I keep mentioning it, but it's really a fun center. Green. Bring some green on in here. Bring the green in. We'll do one more petal whether I need it or not, you guys. We're just going to see what color I need, if I need an extra petal, okay? Color or colors. That way I'm not making one without using it. All right, and then we're coming back in with some yellow. I think I'll end up needing to make a yellow. I'm pretty sure I'm short of yellow here. Buddy, make room for your buddy. Come on. Everybody play nice. All right, here you go. And now we're going in on the orange. So look how quick this came together. How long have I been on here? Oh God, I haven't been on here. Like I said, once you get the prep work done, you are golden once you get that prep work done. All right. You're intrigued, says Deborah. That's the idea, to get you guys intrigued on what I'm going to use. I was thinking about what would be appropriate for such a picnicky summer design here, and I'm like, okay, it came to me, I'm like, oh, this is going to be perfect, absolutely perfect. Green. I'm trying to concentrate and get my colors right, you guys. You know, I'm going to like mess it up, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, you got something wrong on there. Thank God I got you guys always looking at what I'm doing, because I need some looking at. I'm going to grab a little bit of some iced tea here. On in here. And then we've got an orange. We're down the home stretch. A lot of yellow, a lot of orange in here. Orange, pink, green, yellow, orange, pink, green, yellow, orange, pink, green, yellow, orange. Yeah, I guess we are. That's where we're at. Make sure I didn't have it messed up. And definitely preload your board, you all. Definitely preload your board. Okay. Green. We're gonna get them in here. It gets tight, but we're getting them in. Not put the last yellow in, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll stick them in there. So I got a yellow. I'll put these in and then I will make the one more for you all, okay? I guess I did have enough made in. Don't you love the bright colors? I do too. I think I'm on YouTube. Hi YouTube, how are you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight. Get in there, everybody, move over. Move over, move over. There we go. Ta-da! All right, they're in. You didn't, I'm sorry. I just probably hurt your ears. Okay, I'm gonna click these all off now. Going to go around and click them off. So you can see that this is on a small board, you guys, but this acts like a big board because of all how big we use these. Outside, we use row number 1, which we usually don't do on a small board, but we did tonight. And this is the result. In case you were ever wondering what it looked like if you use that outside ring on the small board, outside row, this is what it looks like. And let me tell you, it's impressive. It's super impressive. I lost myself. Hang on. I lost myself. I've had a heck of a time with Facebook today. I just have to let you know. Okay, let's see if I'm back up. I'm not. But anyways, I can't see your comments, you guys, because it kind of locked me out here. Facebook kind of locked me out. But this is what we have so far. Look at that. How cool is that? And there's the back of our board. Here's the back. Row number 1, every regular hole. Row number 2, only the big holes. Big holes, big, big. Row 3, every hole and shared hole. Okay, now I gotta make one more petal because Denise didn't see the petal, so we're gonna wanna make one more petal. So, is with all of these. So we've got our tablecloth in a 10 by 10. We're just gonna roll it down like this. Let's bring you guys down. Pull that up like that. Right, this is the daisy chain petal. Bring this, whoops, bring both of these. Edge. I like to keep this back from the edge. Hey, Jackie Fernandez. All right, and then we're gonna take, this is our inner part because this is flopsy mopsy, right? This is really flopsy mopsy. So we need something to keep this stable. So we took a cheapy mesh and we're gonna put that on the inside of this. I take these off, fold it over, and I'm going to line up these guys. I'm going to line up these guys right here, the plastic, and I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to cut this tail off right here, cut the tail off. And then you're going to take a rubber band. Hey, Hotel in Alabama, super duper, thank you. Hope you're having a good trip. And then we've got that like that. So there's that. So that went inside that one. So we've got the shell here, or we got the inner. And now you do the same thing to your 10 by 10. Just do the same fold right here. One more time. I like to give it 3 clips because that works out best for me. And then I'm going to take this guy. You can pick what side you want up, that one or that one. I'm going to take and have the parrot up. I hold him up like that. I take this middle one off, and then I just wrap that around this guy, and then I get these two together when I'm wrapping it around him, right? So wrap it around him, grab them, grab all right there, right there. And you're going to do this 3 times for each petal because we've got 3 layers in this petal. All right? We got the tablecloth, we got the inner cheapie, and then right, do you get that? So there's your petal. Alrighty, so now let's get going with the center. Now, I'm going to start with this center. I'm going to start with the center. This is a 7-inch center from Unique in the Creek foam. You're going to need your glue gun. You're going to need your glue gun on this one. You're going to need yourself a few of these U-pins or greening pins or whatever you want to call them. You can get these on Unique in the Creek. And I'm also going to need a black pipe cleaner. And here's the fun part. So I'm going to take this part off and I'm going to somehow glue them to here. Yes, I am. So I'm going to kind of just take these off. I know they have this little screw in here. I think I can probably just get these off here. Let's see. Let's see what I got, if I can get these off. Yeah, we're just going to take these things off here. All right. And I'm going to take these guys and they're going to go on our piece like this. Okay, so I got to do it facing me. So I'll do it down here. So we're going to glue these in here. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to make a little indent here where they should be glued in because I'm going to take this piece here. Can you guys see that? This piece right here. Right here. It's being a poop. There's an edge here and I'm going to dig it into here. So I'm going to make some sort of little, I'm just going to eyeball this. So I'm going to try to make a little dig in here of where this needs to go, which is right there. Okay, so these need to go here. So I'm going to glue. I can see where I punctured that one. Let's try it again. I must have did it this way. Here and here. There we go. So I just want a little gully. I'm making a little gully. I'm making a gully for this guy to go in. Okay? You want to buy this one? Mary wants this one. Okay, Mary, you can. So let me see if I can get these lined up. All right, so now I'm going to stick some glue in my gully, right? Because I just going to put some glue in the gullies. All right, let's stick these guys in here. All right, so we glued them in. And now that's not going to be enough. So we can't have glasses on a smiley face without a smile. So I'm going to take this black pipe cleaner and we're going to give him a smile. All right, so let me get this on here because see, there's a little gully right in here that I can stick my pipe cleaner in. So that's what I'm going to do. This is not going to be fancy, y'all. I'm just going to cut this down. Let me see what I got here. I was going to cut this pipe cleaner here. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to do the back of this. Okay, and then we're going to stick it in here. All right, so I just glued a pipe cleaner. I just glued a pipe cleaner down in there. Let me see if I can get our comments back up here. Right? Isn't this fun? This is just a fun one. I'm just trying to get me back up on the board here, you guys. It's not. Oh, there it is letting me. Oh, super good. Okay, good. All right, so now what I want to do is I need to attach this to our board. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to give this guy a little more glue, though. I'm going to glue him in really good. The edges here. Okay. So now we got to get him ready to go in the board. So that's where my greening pins are going to come in. And then we're going to use this guy. Actually, maybe these. I don't know. I'll use one of my pipe cleaners. So I want to see about where this is going to hit. So I got to find the top of my board, which is right here. This orange one. Here's the top of my board. So I'm going to make sure that I have this guy sitting pretty at the top, just like that. So that's going to be just about perfect. So I'm going to turn him over. And I'm going to try to make a hole. Let me see. I got my little awl here, and I'm going to punch a couple holes in here. Right here is where I'm going to attach that. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my greening pins. These are pretty large, they're almost 2 inches. So I'm going to cut these down a little because I don't want them going through here. So I'm going to cut these down so that they're not so, long. All right, I just cut them down. See, I just cut that down. Well, the center. And we're just going to put this in here. I'm going to glue this in. Okay, I'm going to glue this in here. And I'm going to put several of these in, okay? I'm going to put like 3 or 4 of these in, probably 3 of them. And I'm putting them in at an angle once I cut them down. Okay. And that'll hold this in here. I'm going to put 3 of these in, okay? Remember to cut these big ones down, because if you don't, they'll go through your center, okay? We don't want these to go through the center. So I cut them down to about a 1/2 inch. These are about a 1/2 inch long, you guys. All right. Do the top one more time here. All right, that's how I did the center. All right, so I'm going to give it just a second, you guys, to settle for a second. All right, now there's other sunglasses. The Dollar Tree has other sunglasses. You know, they've got black ones, right? I did get quite a few pair of these because I thought they were that cool. We got the black ones here. So just go to Dollar Tree and see what you like. I always like these sunglasses for my summer wreaths. All right, let's see if we can get this on here. All right. Thank you, Kina. Thank you. All right, so I'm finding the top again, which is right here. Let's see. Get right here. This orange spot here is my top, so I'm going to get this on here correctly. That. And I'm going to use my holes here to get this on. Oh. And my pipe cleaner. All right, flip him over. And I'm not going to pull terribly hard on this right now, you guys. I want to give that a minute to settle. But then we're just going to put this in like this. All right. And then you can just clip it off. And then tuck it in the hole here, one of these holes. All right. And then there it is. How fun can that be, you guys? How fun. Myself another one. I love this so much. Super cool and super cute, right? Super cute. Dollar Tree tablecloth, value mesh, and poly burlap mesh. Right? I just love this. It's so cute. Makes me smile, doesn't it, you guys? Makes you smile. Please use my affiliate link from Unique in the Creek. It will be in the description. Everything I used here will be in the description where you can get it. And until 2 weeks, we will see you in 2 weeks on a Tuesday when I come up with something else that's super cute. Thank you, Miss Lynn. And I really do appreciate you all tuning in to watch me, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night and a wonderful couple weeks. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.